How's that?
I see you're wearing a Randleman shirt.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about that fight, because that's the UFC title fight. And
Yeah.
like I said, I was at it, so I've got my impression. But I want to ask you about it because, you know, there's some controversy. There are people. I know Kevin and Mark think they won the fight.
Yes.
So talk about that from your perspective. I think I'm going to fall on your side here because I have my memories of it, but I want to hear yours first.
Well, I said it like this. It was a 21-minute fight. It was a 15-minute round, 2 3-minute overtimes, right? So let's say it's 21 minutes. Let's divide it into 7 rounds. 7 rounds of 3 minutes. He won the first 1.5 round. I won the rest of the rounds. That's what I think. All his damage he did in the first 1.5 round. After 1.5 round, he literally stopped punching. I believe somebody counted, he threw 12 in the entire fight afterwards. And I was constantly attacking with the elbows. And Kevin and I have been talking about it as well. So we have our own thoughts about it. Kevin is an animal, man. He became a close friend of mine. I love this guy. And we both, and we always played around with it. You know, if people would ask about us, to us, standing here about the fight, we will always get fake angry to the people. And what are you freaking talking about? And people get scared, you know, because he can act really well. So we were always laughing at the people because it was just for fun. Yeah, it was great. It was a great experience to be with him, but that's my reasoning. I always said, you know, yes, he took me down, but did you do anything with the takedown? That was it. If you would go to take out past the guard and start hitting me up, now you're doing something with the takedown. If you do the takedown because you don't understand, does the takedown count? You know, so that was my thought about it.
Yep, and I remember, and I wonder if you could confirm, who were your cornermen for that fight? Do you recall who was in your corner?
Probably Pedro Izo was still there also, and Amir Peretz, Avi Rubin, all the guys from the Beverly Hills Jiu-Jitsu Club, Marco Huas.
Okay, terrific. And that's where Rizzo was in your corner. Rizzo obviously had a win over Mark Coleman, so there was like that team rivalry there and stuff like that, you know. I remember you, at about the 4-minute mark, they stood you guys up, and you got a chance to go back to your corner. And I remember, if I recall correctly, you told him, you said, almost like, I think you said, I can't, he's too strong. And then obviously you went back out. And I think you landed a kick at about the 4.5-minute mark, right? You know, that it was the kind of sound like Rocky when he was hitting the beef. You know what I mean?
That was Kevin. Kevin told me that. He said that changed the fight. He said also.
Yeah, you shut him down after that, and then the knees from the guard, the knees to the face from the guard. Nobody had seen that stuff before.
I just came up with that for a week before the fight. If I would have had 3 weeks, I think I could have had him there because I was really working on that. I thought, man, this is a really cool move. You know what the nose was? This was a fun part because I never believed in the nose bone into the brain. It's a myth, you know. But then a guy, and I believe it's on the day before the fight. I don't know why this is popping up. He says something, hey, boss, that nose thing, you know, you're right, it's a myth. But if your nose is already broke and then they hit it, it might shoot in your brain. Whatever reason he said that. So the next day I'm in the fight and my nose is broken. That's what the doctor says, hey, are you, do you want to continue? And I'm looking at John McCarthy. He wrote this in his book. I say, John, do you believe that thing with the nose bone into the brain? He goes, no. I say, okay, I'll fight. You know, but I wanted to, because I'm not one of those guys who are all these guys who say, I'd rather die in the cage. Well, not me. I got a family that I love very much. You know, I like to live. You know, I don't like to die. So if there is a chance that it, you know, goes into my brain, yeah, I don't want to take the risk. But as soon as he said, no, that's not true, of course, then that's when I said, let's do it.